Minus the allocations for feeder and farm roads, NDC's political leader Dickon Mitchell says a mere allocation of 19 million by votes, which equates to just 1.4% of the $1.3 billion was given to agriculture. Mitchell says they find it shocking that in response to a global pandemic that heightened global food prices, tripled freight, and disrupted the supply chain, so little attention is paid to food security.
You can contrast that with the percentage allocation for concrete, drains, roads, buildings. Citizens of Greener, we cannot eat the road. We cannot eat the concrete drains. We cannot eat the buildings.
NDC's leader says Grenada runs the risk of starvation and destitution if resources are not put into agriculture, food security, and nutrition. He says despite the talk of programs to develop livestock and reduce the massive food import bill, proper planning with set targets have not been done.
When you have a budget that doesn't say, for example, by 2025, we want to be in a position where whether it's in absolute numbers or percentage, we want to have, for example, 10,000 more cattle on island, or 10,000 more goat or sheep or rabbit or whatever. You will not achieve it because you have no goal. So just merely saying you want to increase livestock is a bland statement that is not focused, and you therefore don't actually plan to achieve it.
Mitchell says to seriously tackle agricultural development, the government plus stakeholders must first quantify the goals to be achieved within the sector.
If, for example, we want to be in a position where we actually consume a certain percentage more of chicken or rabbit, we have to set that goal. The population has to be aware of it. And then we have to take the measures that will ensure that we are doing so. So if we take cattle, for example, you have to be able to identify the areas in which we can actually develop for cattle. The government, for example, has large estates. Was there any conversation by the government in saying we've identified one or two large estates, we will turn those estates, for example, into cattle or into mixed use between cattle and plants with the view that by at the end of 2022, we have 500 herds of cattle? No. That kind of conversation doesn't take place because it is not taking place.
For any form of development, NDC's political leader reiterates that actual data and targets must be had to ensure sustained improvement. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.